Hey, Michaela. Thanks for exchanging numbers with me today. I have to be honest, I was a little nervous when I actually asked you for it. I mean, it's not exactly a normal thing, right? To my surprise, you seem quite comfortable with trading numbers with me. It's almost as if you expected it or something.
Well, would you look at that? You're texting me a lot faster than I thought, Phil. Maybe you like me a lot more than I originally thought.
Oh, wow. I guess I gave myself away. Was it that obvious?
Come on, be real with yourself, Phil. I could tell you have a big crush on me. It was so obvious. All those sneaky little glances you would give me as I'm walking down the hall. All those times you coincidentally got coffee at the same time as me. You're trying to tell me that these aren't really blatant signs of interest?
Well, you got me there. I was hoping the message would come across, though. I wanted you to know that I was interested.
Yeah, well, you could have toned it down a little bit. It was getting borderline creepy.
I know. Which is why I thought I should just take my shot and ask for your number.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did, actually. I mean, I was a little bit interested, too. I could tell that you're a really cool guy, Phil. It's unfortunate how busy we are at work, though. It really wears us down.
I know, right? I mean, the pay is great and everything, but it certainly takes it out of you, doesn't it? It's a really heavy corporate environment. I honestly feel like you and I are the only ones who try to relax a little bit. We're the only ones that take it easy.
Oh, I know, right? I totally see where you're coming from. I mean, I really just don't get what everyone else's deal is there. I get it. The work is important and everything, but it just has this really stressful atmosphere. It kind of wears on you after some time. Don't you feel that?
Every day. Why do you think I'm at the coffee machine all the time? I mean, here's the thing. If the work wasn't getting done, I would understand why everyone was so stressed out. But in reality, we get quite a lot done, right? I mean, I managed to finish within my hours and make sure all the tasks are complete for that day. The next day is always a breeze, too. Everyone else likes to stay back and lose their sleep for that night. I just don't really get it, to be honest. I mean, are they just really bad at the work and they can't get it done? Or are they just doing stupid tasks that aren't really necessary?
Yeah, I know. Who knows?
Anyway, you know what? Let's get off this topic. I mean, I didn't ask for your number so that we could continue talking about work. We do that enough when we're actually there. I actually want to get to know you a little bit more. It's really hard having intimate conversations in the office.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like I can't really get to know anyone there. We all have to put on our little work face and we don't really show our true character. I'm really glad that you reached out to me. I've wanted to get to know about you as well, Phil.
Yeah, well, you'll get to know about me in time. I mean, I'm pretty much an open book. I'm not really ashamed of who I am. I'm really honest about what I like and what I don't like. In fact, you probably got a really good idea about the type of guy I am just from talking in the office. I'm more curious about you. It's kind of strange to see a girl like you working in our office.
What do you mean, a girl like me? What's so strange about it?
Well, I'm not really sure. There's a really interesting atmosphere about you. Something that's a little bit different. It's not like the other girls that are working in corporate. I feel like you have a very unique background that not many people have, and I kind of want to get to know that.
Well, I wonder what type of atmosphere I'm giving for you to get that impression. You never know. Maybe I am just a normal girl.
Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But then again, I can't help but just get curious.
Okay, Phil. Well, you have my attention now. So what is it? What do you want to get to know?
Well, when you put me on the spot like that, it gets a little bit hard to answer, doesn't it? Give me a couple of moments to think about it. I'm not really sure. What were you like when you were a child?
When I was a child? That's a pretty broad question, don't you think?
Well, yeah, you can answer pretty broadly if you want to. I just want to get an idea.
I was just like every other girl. Incredibly normal.
Come on, are you serious right now? You're gonna give me that type of answer? Give me a little bit of detail. I know you are more interesting than that.
Okay. I guess I'll loosen up a little bit. But in all honesty, I wasn't anything special. I mean, I wasn't particularly sporty. Whenever I was at school, I didn't really want to run around and play tag. I didn't want to get into any of the other sports either.
Okay, well, were you an academic girl?
To an extent, but I wouldn't say that I was at the top of the class or anything. I had a couple of wits about me, but I wouldn't say it was my forte.
Well, that's interesting enough in and of itself. Did you get along with your parents?
My parents… Now, those are tough ones to talk about.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm sensing a little bit of bad blood here.
Why is that?
Well, think about it. If you had an awesome relationship with your parents, you would automatically respond quite positively, right? You gave me a very vague, ambiguous answer. I can't help but feel like something went wrong.
Look, my parents were very interesting people. They had a very unique way of raising children. It's quite different from how other people do it.
This is really bizarre for me to hear. I'm really curious as to what type of parents they were.
Look, I don't really want to talk about it if that's all right with you. It's kind of personal.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can be a little bit nosy at times, especially when I'm interested in someone.
Anyway, look, Phil, I'm interested in you, so don't worry. I know you're trying to get to know me and develop a little bit of intimacy with me, but how about we just get straight to the point? Why don't you and I go out for coffee sometime? I know we're very busy at work, but I'm sure we can make some time on the weekends.
Yeah, sure, definitely. We can do something together. I know you're being very secretive about yourself and you don't want to open up, but I'm going to crack that shell at some point.
Phil, I can't believe this. Like, is this really true? Can I honestly believe that this is happening? Please tell me that this isn't a joke or something. This isn't some prank of yours, is it? You're actually serious about marrying me?
Did you see the look in my eyes today as I was presenting that ring to you? Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious about anything in my whole life.
Oh my god, Phil! Why? I don't understand. I mean, look, I'm so happy and everything. I never thought a day like this would come for me, so I'm so surprised. At the same time, why? Why would you choose a girl like me? I just don't understand.
Are you kidding me right now? You and I have dated for pretty much a whole year now, and you don't understand why I would want to do something like this? You really are a funny one, aren't you, Michaela?
Okay, yeah, I get it. But let's take a look at the circumstances. I mean, sure, we've known each other for a long time in the company. We've worked side by side. But then again, we've only dated for 1 year, and we only started living together for a couple of months now. Are you sure you want to make a big decision like this? I mean, we're still quite young, right? Maybe you want to see other girls. Maybe you want to explore a little bit. You don't have to commit to me already.
What's going on here? I thought you would be a little bit more open to this, Michaela. It sounds like you're trying to dissuade me or something.
I mean, no, of course not. I don't want to do that. I mean, this is an awesome opportunity for me. I'm not going to turn down being married, but I just want to understand it. I want to understand where your head is at. I also want to understand why you proposed to me in front of everyone in the office.
Well, I thought it was a very unique touch, to be honest with you.
In what way was that unique? Don't you know about this type of thing at all? You should have taken me somewhere romantic. You know, like a restaurant or something. Maybe even a nice little cafe. We were meant to have an awesome day, laughing with each other, enjoying each other's company. Thinking at the back of our minds of what life would be like if this person wasn't here. It's in that moment that you're meant to give me the ring. You're not meant to be giving me the ring when it's 10 minutes before we finish up at work and present it in front of everyone there.
Well, why not? What was so wrong with that?
It's just so different. It's just so weird. It kind of just feels like you wanted to get it out of the way. It was just another task and you had to finish. It doesn't make me feel special at all.
Come on, are you serious right now, Michaela? You know you're special to me. Don't you ever think otherwise.
If I'm special, why would you pull a stunt like this? It's just so stupid. I mean, you're not dumb, Phil. I know you could have sensed that this wasn't the type of thing I wanted. You should have known that I was expecting something else.
Well, look. Obviously, I thought about the things you were thinking about. I mean, there were so many cliché ways I could have proposed to you, right? Like you said, we could have gone to a restaurant, we could have gone to a cafe, we could have gone to some baseball game and put ourselves on the camera there. There's so many different ways we could have done it. But I was thinking, what was the one thing that you and I shared the most emotional connection to? That's right. It's where we work.
What are you talking about?
Well, think about it. You and I always hated how dull and depressing it is, right? No one really lightens up. It's all negativity. Nothing positive happens. Well, I wanted to see everyone's reaction if something positive did happen. I wanted to see if they would actually receive it well, and guess what? Look at what happened today. The office was in an absolute uproar. It was like everyone finally came out of their shell. A little beast inside them awakened. Everyone for a little bit of time was able to feel free for once and not really care about the work. I mean, there were a lot of people that I saw in there that I've never seen smile before. Just think about that. The first time I've actually seen them smile is because I was proposing to you. Now that's something special. Don't you feel the same way?
I mean, sure. When you put it in those terms, I guess it is quite a special thing, but at the same time, I don't really want my proposal to be the reason people are happy. Also, I thought you and I were gonna be keeping it a secret that we were dating.
Yeah, well, we can't really be doing that forever, can we? We're gonna get married, right? So I thought it would be best if we just announced it in front of everyone.
I still can't believe what's going on. My head is still going all over the place. I'm getting really dizzy just thinking about it all. Is this really happening?
It is. It sure is.
I can't believe this. So, we're actually gonna get married. There's so much that we need to prepare for. So much that we have to do.
You're not wrong about that. And you know what? One of the biggest things that we have to do is meet your parents.
Oh, God, no. I can't believe I forgot about that. Oh, of course you do. Of course you have to meet my parents. Gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do about this.
What are you talking about? Why are you acting so weird about this?
Well, it's all your fault, really. I mean, you're the one that's been doing weird things, proposing to me in front of everyone in the office. Of course I'm going to act weird.
Okay, but this is different, right? This thing with your parents, I mean. You've always been hesitant about them. You haven't really talked about them at all. Anytime I try to bring them up, you always change the subject. I am starting to wonder if they even exist in the first place.
What are you talking about? Of course they exist! Don't be stupid.
Okay, well, I need you to open up to me now. We're gonna get married, right? We can't be keeping secrets from each other. We need to be open and honest.
Yeah, but...
There are no buts about this. This is the way it has to be, Michaela. I mean, let's face the facts. It's not particularly fair at the moment, is it? I've had no problem introducing you to my parents. And take a look at that. You guys get along. They 100% approve of you, and I haven't even met your parents. I haven't even had the opportunity to ask them if it was okay to marry you. Do you see how that makes me feel? I kind of feel a bit selfish, if I'm being honest. Just doing something like this, without their permission, without them even knowing me. They're gonna just have to give their daughter away to a guy that they haven't even met before? Can you see the issue here?
Look, I hear you. I know it's not fair. I know how you might be feeling about this. I know you might even hate me for it. I just have a really particular circumstance with my parents. It's really difficult. It's not really something that I've thought about. I never thought that I would even be with someone before, let alone introduce that person to my parents.
Are you kidding me? Is that actually the way you thought about yourself, Michaela? You thought you weren't going to be dating anyone at all. You were just gonna sit in that company working for the rest of your life with no meaning to it?
Well, obviously that's not what I wanted to do. It's not like I desired to live my life that way or anything. It's just that I didn't think anyone would show interest in me in the first place.
What a load of crap. You're lying to me right now.
Hold on a second. What did you just say? Why would you say something like that?
Because it's true. You're lying, aren't you? Why would someone like you ever think something like that?
What do you mean, someone like me?
Come on. I don't want to say that you're the most beautiful person on the planet, but you do have a really unique look, Michaela. I know a lot of people consider it attractive. I think even you must realize that you have some level of beauty. You're actually trying to tell me that you thought no one was going to show interest in you at all.
I mean, look, I don't really know. I don't have a lot of confidence in myself.
You don't have confidence in yourself? Why not? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Look, I just don't want to talk about it. Can you just leave it alone already?
Well, I can't leave it alone. You're gonna be my wife. I want to know everything about you. I want to be the one that cares for you. Come on, Michaela. You have to learn to open up. For starters, it's not good just bottling things up and not expressing it. Just keeping it to yourself. It's really not healthy. It's gonna screw with your head. Not only that, but if you were to open up to anyone, who better than the man that you're about to marry? I should be the one that you can trust with anything. The same way that I trust you with everything.
I don't know. I really don't know how to tell you this one, to be honest, Phil.
Hey, you don't really have a choice in the matter. Do you expect us to get married without me even knowing your parents at all? This needs to be done, Michaela, whether you like it or not.
Okay, look, just listen to what I have to say right now. My parents aren't really normal people. They're extremely special. They can be a little bit problematic.
What do you mean, problematic?
Well, if I'm being honest, my parents had a falling out with me a very long time ago. They've raised me under a very strict lifestyle. Ever since I was a little girl, they've been super harsh with me. They were expecting great things from me, but what they were expecting of me was something that I didn't want for myself. I put up with it for a long time. I mean, when you're a kid, you just go along with the flow, right? You trust anything that your parents say. But when you get a little bit older and you start to see the world for what it is, you start to look at your parents and realize that not everything they're saying is true.
I see. So you had a disagreement with your parents and now you guys aren't close with each other. So I'm assuming that's why you don't want me to see them. You don't even speak with them to begin with.
Well, look, I'm an adult now and all of that stuff is in the past. I mean, this little disagreement that I had with my parents is not such a big issue anymore. We've resolved it. We're definitely getting along again.
I see. Fair enough. So what was this little disagreement that you guys had? What did they want you to be in the first place?
That's a really long story. I don't know if we have time to talk about it. Maybe we can one day. But in the meantime, I just want you to know that my parents are really unique people. They might not be particularly nice to you.
Okay, fair enough. I knew there was something very different about you, Michaela, ever since the day I met you. I mean, it's really cool to be dating you for a whole year now. I've learned so much about you, and I'm still learning a lot more. Now that I know that your parents were really strict with you, the pieces are kind of coming together.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you never really have much confidence in yourself, right? I'm guessing that they really criticized you when you were younger.
Look, they weren't particularly nice and encouraging towards me. In terms of parenting, they were very results-focused. I didn't get the love unless I produced the results that they wanted.
What results are we talking about here?
Look, it doesn't matter anymore. It's all in the past.
Okay.
Look, you have a point. It's not fair that you haven't met them yet. You deserve that. You have that right. You should know the type of people that they are. I'm gonna go talk to them and I'm gonna arrange a time for us to meet. Is that gonna make you happy?
Well, yeah, sure, of course it is. More than anything.
Good. But like I said before, they're quite problematic. So I don't want you to talk to them like you'd be talking to a person that you walk past on the street. You have to be on your guard with them.
Okay, well, I'm a little bit insulted, Michaela. You know, I'm a very reasonable person. I don't do anything to offend anyone. I mean, sure, maybe your parents are very critical. Maybe they're going to look at me in the same eyes that they were looking at you. But at the same time, I'm quite capable of putting up with something like that. I know deep down that I'm a really good guy. No matter what they think about me, they're gonna see soon that I'm the one that should be marrying you. I want you to have a little bit of faith in me. I want you to trust me.
Okay, I get it. I just hope all of this works out.
I've got to say, Michaela, I've got no idea what you were talking about. That was probably the most pleasant greeting I've ever had in my whole life. This whole time, you were making such a big deal that they were these really strict and critical people that maybe they would look at me and just test me to see if I'm actually worthy of being with you. That wasn't the case at all. They were so welcoming. I mean, look at the way that they welcomed me into that house. I almost felt like they were rolling out a red carpet for me to walk in there. So, you actually told them that you and I were going to get married before I even came there, right?
I sure did. I wanted them to be prepared for who I was inviting over. I didn't want them to think it was just some guy.
Yeah, well, take a look at that. I guess they really wanted you to get married after all. Honestly, I'm really happy that we've managed to do something like this. I can't believe you never introduced me to your parents sooner. I mean, think about how much we would have gotten along.
You're really that hyped up about it, aren't you?
Are you kidding me? How could I not be? I mean, that was awesome. Not only that, but they were incredibly friendly. It seems like them and I really get along. Like, I don't know if I really told you about this before, but having a family is one of my biggest dreams. I mean, sure, we've got our careers in that company and whatnot. I want to make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, family's where it counts, right? Having some sort of legacy. It seems like they really cared about that type of thing. They really cared about that thing with you. Honestly, I'm kind of confused at why you guys had a falling out in the first place.
Yeah, that's a very long and complicated story. I mean, it's good that we get along now, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah, sure, I guess so. But then again, I've got to be honest with you, Michaela. Despite that really happy and friendly atmosphere that we had today, you were the only one that wasn't jiving with it. I can't help but feel like there's something wrong here.
Look, my parents and I are on good terms. Whatever differences we had in the past have been sorted out. The only thing is that we're not exactly close.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we are close, but we're not close in the same way that you are close with your parents. My parents and I have a mutual decision to get along with each other. It's kind of like we're close for business reasons. We don't really have that traditional mutual love for each other that family usually has.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you got a really complicated mess there. I don't know if you really want to talk about it. In all honesty, when I was looking at your parents today, it seems like they were really happy and they wanted you to open up. They wanted you to be happy with this circumstance. I think you should just learn to just let go a little bit more. Whatever trouble that you guys had in the past is in the past now. It's time to look towards the future. And think about it. This is two families joining each other. This is me being a part of yours as well as you being a part of mine. This is a big deal, you know?
I know. I know how important everything is. Trust me, I sense the gravity of the situation.
You're in a really weird mood today, aren't you? I guess it's pretty nerve-wracking having your boyfriend meet your parents for the first time. But anyway, I have to say, I was really impressed by you, Michaela. I had no idea you were that type of person.
What are you talking about? What type of person are you thinking of?
Well, I mean, come on. Your parents showed me around the house. Even you must have realized all of the memorabilia they had of you.
Oh, right. You're talking about that. Yeah, sure. My past is a little bit interesting.
What do you mean a little bit interesting? You were an absolute superstar. Like, come on. Is this really the girl that I've been dating this whole time? Is this really what you were up to when you were younger? You've been really downplaying yourself this whole time, haven't you, Michaela? Like, to think you were this awesome.
Is that really what you think I was? Do you really think I was awesome?
Yeah, of course I do. How many girls have gone through the trials and tribulations that you had? I never had any idea that you were an actual champion. You should be really proud of yourself.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I don't really know how to feel about it. I mean, it's all in the past now. It's not who I am today. To me, it's just an old memory. Maybe even a different person. It doesn't even feel like me to begin with.
Are you kidding me right now? Come on! Don't feel embarrassed about it. You don't need to be humble. You can definitely take credit for what you've done. To think that you were a professional ballerina and you won all of those competitions. Like, look at all the newspaper articles they had over the place. You were broadcasted worldwide. They said that you were a child prodigy. You were going to be the best that ever existed. You have to be proud of something like that, Michaela.
I know. I've been told that my whole life.
What do you mean you've been told that your whole life?
I've been praised for that type of thing forever. It doesn't really mean much to me now.
Well, this is just such a mystery to me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. What happened to you? Tell me about this, Michaela.
Tell you about what?
Well, come on. Tell me about what happened to your ballet dancer career. Like, you were a champion. They called you a prodigy. You would think that you would just go off and do that for the rest of your life. Become even more of an expert in the field that you've been doing up until that point. What made you stop? It's such a big mystery to me.
Well, look, there's a story behind that. At the end of the day, I've been doing ballet for the whole of my life. I mean, even now I do it. Except I like to do it as a hobby. It's quite relaxing and whatnot, but I don't want that to be my life.
What do you mean? You were doing it because you enjoyed it, right? Why wouldn't you want to do it as a career as well?
There's a difference between enjoyment and winning. You see, my parents didn't want to disclose the details today, but as it happens, they have a school for ballet. That's why I was so good. That's why I've been doing it my whole life.
I see. This is all starting to make sense. So your parents wanted you to be a ballerina.
That's right. There's a whole lineage of ballerinas in our family. If you trace my mother, Madeline's timeline, you can see that the ballerina dates back to hundreds of years ago. We've been repeating this tradition for a very long time. It's more than just a school. It's kind of like a way of life.
Wow, that's amazing. You actually have a family that has that type of ancestry? That's super wild. I've never met anyone like this before.
I know, it's really weird. Because of this long tradition, the mother always runs the school. My mother was taught by my grandmother. She was also a champion when she was younger. My grandma was enforcing a tradition that's been in place for hundreds of years now. She was managing a school that creates the best ballerinas. If you wanted the cream of the crop for ballet, it was our school, especially the head teachers. The head teachers were always someone from the family. Someone like my mother. Someone like me.
Someone like you. So you're actually teaching at that school?
No, of course not. The thing is, I know it's really bad, but this is a tradition that I can't keep up with. I mean, sure, I'm not going to deny that we have the best ballerinas there are. I was trained extensively. Everything from my diet to my exercise. My whole daily routine was organized to make me the best ballerina I could be. I mean, there were times when my parents wanted me to skip school just to come to practice. They wanted ballet to be my whole life. They were preparing me for glory. When the time was right, my mom would have to pass on the torch to me, where I would be the one managing the school and being the head teacher. Then I would be the one to continue tradition.
Wow, this is a really big responsibility. What an opportunity for yourself. I mean, this is kind of cool, don't you think? A whole lineage of ballerinas. Most people are born into this world and they don't really have a purpose. They have to find it for themselves. At least you had it from the beginning.
Yeah, well, this wasn't my purpose. I didn't want it. I mean, sure, I enjoyed doing it, but the process of being the best of the best isn't easy, you know? When you look at how skilled and professional everyone is in this day and age, it's really hard to make yourself stand out. There's so much competition in this field. You have to be training every day. Your whole life has to be ballet. You can't think of anything else. And not only that, the discipline and strictness of the art was just too much for me to bear.
What do you mean by that?
I know my parents were putting on a really good face today, but on the inside, I know who they really are. I know they're just good at talking to people and pretending that they're friendly. When it comes down to it, they have a no-tolerance policy. They don't accept failure. They don't accept imperfection. Everything that I had to do had to be the way they wanted it to be. I was punished for it if I wasn't able to meet their standard. Every day they were reminding me about this stupid legacy that I had to uphold. Every day I was reminded about my destiny and how not only was I the one that had to take on the school after my mom passes away, but I also had to set a new standard.
Why did you have to set a new standard?
Well, it's like all of those newspaper articles said. I was a prodigy. I mean, if you think about it, a whole lineage of ballerinas is going to create someone like that, right? I'm naturally gifted. If I put in the working hours and the discipline, I could be the best at it.
Why didn't you? I don't understand, to be honest, Michaela. It seems like you had something really cool going for you. But now look at you. You're working for a company that doesn't even care about us. You're toiling away with me when you could have had a life of renown, of success. Your name could have gone down in history. It seems so silly to just discard this.
You don't understand me at all, Phil. You just sound like my parents now. That's exactly what they told me back then. Everyone kept telling me that I was throwing away something amazing, that I was gifted with something special and it was a crime or even a sin if I didn't actually use that gift. I'm sick of hearing it. I knew I shouldn't have told you this. I knew you would say the exact same thing.
Well, hey, hold on a minute. Don't start getting angry with me now. I'm just trying to understand where your head is at. Like, this is some really big news. This is a big part of your life, Michaela. It's a big part of yourself that you've never told me about before. I want to know. I want to know you. I'm not sitting here judging you for your actions or anything. It's just pure curiosity.
You know what? Maybe you're right. You are a good guy after all. Maybe you won't judge me for what I've done. When I was a teenager and I was starting to look at the world for what it is, I started to realize that maybe there were other parts of life that were more interesting. Maybe everything wasn't about ballet. I ran away from home for a little bit. I was going through a lot of issues at the time. I mean, being under the stern eye of my parents and their strict attitude was overwhelming. I wanted a little bit of freedom. I left without saying a word, and for a couple of weeks, I just wanted to mingle with everyone just to see what life they had. I remember it like it was yesterday. This young little girl going to cafes and just watching people, listening to them talk, listening to their experiences, hearing them talk about love, hearing them talk about their stresses, hearing them talk about some party that they went to and all these crazy stories that they had. I couldn't help but be drawn to it, to be attracted to it. I felt like these people were living life. I felt like they were having experiences.
Wow, I'm getting a really clear picture about the type of person you were, Michaela. I mean, just how secluded from society were you?
A lot more than you can imagine. But I realized something when I was out there in the real world. I wanted that. I wanted more than ballet. I wanted the stress of life that people were experiencing. I wanted love, and I wanted to have crazy stories of going to parties and making a fool of myself or seeing someone else make a fool of themselves. The moment my eyes were open, I just couldn't close them. I couldn't think about ballet as this thing that I would do and devote myself to for the rest of my life. I needed more than that. So after a couple of weeks of running away from home, I came back to my parents and told them the solemn news.
What did you decide to do? Is that when you decided to give up on ballet?
That's right. I told them about everything that I was feeling, how I felt about ballet, how I felt about them, and how I felt about life in general. I told them that I saw things, that I experienced things. I told them that all of it was affecting me. Because of all of it, I couldn't think about ballet again. I told them that I would be continuing it as a hobby. I would do it as something I enjoy, but not as something that I needed to pursue. I wasn't going to do it for some sort of tradition and legacy that I need to uphold. I was gonna do it for me, if I ever did it at all. And from that point on, I separated myself from that household.
Wow, Michaela. This is really powerful stuff. I can't believe you had this experience. So, I'm assuming that from that point on, you just went on to university and got some sort of degree. Then you started working at the company that I was at, right?
That's right. And I don't regret any of it.
Well, how did you make up with your parents then? They would have been really hurt by that, right? And they also have that school, so someone needs to manage it at some point.
Yeah, well, I guess you can't always hold a grudge forever, right? At some point, people have to look past their differences. My parents and I have been through that phase. They've accepted that I'm going to be the type of person that I am. There's no point in trying to hold a grudge against me. I mean, we're family after all. It's not going to be good for us to hold a grudge against each other forever. At some point, we need to learn to accept each other. So, with that in mind, we reconcile together. But as I said, it's more of a superficial reconciliation. There's still a little bit of emotional hurt from my actions when I was younger.
This is all starting to make sense now. I'm so sorry, Michaela. I had no idea you had this type of past to you. I can see why you didn't really want to introduce me to your parents. This is a really big deal, and I'm really thankful you actually told me about it. Now I can be a little bit more wary about the type of people that they are.
This doesn't turn you off marrying me, does it? You still want to be with me, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm not marrying you because of your parents. I'm marrying you for you. I think it's quite brave and courageous. You made the actions that was necessary to take control of your life. You stood up for yourself. Do I still think it's cool if you were this world-class ballerina that was known everywhere? Of course I do. But at the same time, I think it's even more amazing that you had the courage to say that you want to pave your own path and live life on your own terms. If I'm being honest, just knowing this makes me more affectionate towards you. Makes me respect you a lot more.
You really mean that, don't you?
From the bottom of my heart.
Thanks, Phil. You have no idea how much I appreciate being with you. You're one of the biggest contributors to my happiness in this life.
I know, Michaela. I know. I can say the same about you. Regardless of everything you told me, I'm really looking forward to this marriage. I hope your parents and I can get along.
You know what? I hope so too. I hope there's nothing that's gonna happen that sabotages our marriage. It's all I care about right now.
Hey, Phil. How are you doing, sport? I just wanted to say thank you for coming over the other day and having a splendid time with me and my wife. When our daughter said that she was marrying someone, my wife and I were just over the moon about it. We've been waiting for a day like this for a long time. We thought we couldn't get any happier until we actually had the opportunity to meet you in the flesh. You're a very good man, Phil. I look forward to you joining our family. Well, thank you, Chris. It's really nice of you to reach out to me like that. I really appreciate that type of thing. I can tell that you and I are gonna get along from this point on. You wanted to thank me for the pleasurable time, but I think I'm the one that should be thanking you. I mean, you and your wife made such a very comfortable welcoming for me. I felt really honored to be in your household. You guys made me feel like I was some sort of king that we should worship. It was quite an overwhelming experience, if I'm being honest. Well, that's to be expected. It's not every day that you meet someone who's this morally adjusted. I mean, our daughter got a really good catch being able to marry someone like you. She should be grateful for this type of thing. I want her to be as excited as me and my wife are. Trust me, she's excited about it. I know she didn't seem like it that day, but she's really looking forward to this wedding. You keep calling me a great catch, Chris, and I'm really humbled to hear it. But I'm really curious as to what exactly you like about me. I mean, from my point of view, I'm just like every other guy. Sure, I might be in a somewhat high position in my company, but there's nothing really special about me that separates me from other people. Not like you and your wife running your own ballet school that is known worldwide. Oh, I see our daughter has let you in on our little secret. So, you know about the school, do you? Yeah, I do. I have to say, I'm very impressed. I mean, this is something that you guys have been running for centuries now, right? I can hardly believe it, but I love to see the records of it. I want to see how far it dates back. Yeah, well, We have a lot of documents here dating back hundreds and hundreds of years ago. We don't have anything past that, though. I'm pretty sure that we've been doing this thing ever since the concept of ballet was even created. It's something that my wife and I take a lot of pride in. I mean, I'm really lucky to be married into her family. How did you guys meet, anyway? Do you do ballet yourself? I sure do. That's exactly how I met her. It's a very funny story, actually. I was at my own ballet school, and we were quite popular ourselves. We went into a competition with her school going against my school. We were both very young back then. At first, we were very hostile towards each other. I mean, this was school against school. We were trying to prove which one was the best. Unfortunately, with the caliber of my wife's school, there was no way we could have competed against something like that. They were just too talented. I mean, think about it. These are people that have been training their craft for centuries. There's no way we could win against something like that. Anyway, we were head-to-head in competing with each other. There was a lot of animosity in the air, and when the verdict came out that they won, everyone in my school felt a sense of shame and loss. Everyone but me, though. What made you different from everyone else? Well, I just saw it as a very good bout, really. I mean, sure. I contributed to that animalistic atmosphere so that both sides could have a chance to really show their true colors. If we didn't come out on top, that's one thing. But it's a good thing to accept when someone is better than you. I did what I thought was right, and I went over to the team captain, which was her. I congratulated her on her win and thanked her for a fantastic display. She returned that gratitude and said that it was thanks to the atmosphere that we created that they were able to show their best colors. She gave me a little porcupine that if they slipped up just a little bit, they might have lost to us. She was such a rascal. She acted like we actually had a chance. I knew she was lying at the time because there was such a big gap in ability compared to her school and ours. But from that point on, her and I became closer and closer, and, well, here we are now. I left that school and decided to join her one. Now I'm continuing her legacy with her. Wow, that's some crazy stuff. You two really had a long run with each other, didn't you? We sure have, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. But anyway, that's enough about me. I'm just an old man looking back on his little memories that are so insignificant now. Let's think about the future. Let's think about you and Michaela. You asked me why I think you're a good man before, Phil, and the answer is very easy. Do you remember that first question that I asked you when I saw you the other day? I do, actually. I was really surprised by that. You wanted to just get straight to business, didn't you? You wanted to know what's the one thing that I care about the most in life? Exactly. You have a good memory, don't you? And I have a good memory, too. You gave me a very quick answer, and it was only one word. It was the exact answer that I was looking for. You said, family. That's something very special right there, Phil. That's very special indeed. Is it really? I thought this was pretty obvious, to be honest. I think family should be number one, and everyone should be thinking like that. They should. They honestly should. Caring about family and the legacy is the most important thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that you wanted to have a lot of children, right? Yeah, as many as I can, really. I mean, if I could have it my way, I'd have about 100 children. Boys and girls. That's if I had the time and money to actually look after them. I want to have as many children as I can manage. That's really wonderful to hear. I mean, I'm not really sure about having 100 children, but I like the fact that you want to have as many children as you can. You and Michaela are still very young, so I'm pretty sure she can give you a lot if you really wanted it. Yeah, well, she's not too keen on the idea of having a lot of children, unfortunately. I mean, she said she'll just risk it with the one, but she doesn't want to go any more than that. Did she say that now? That's very interesting to hear. Well, you know what? I just want to say, Phil, that I'm very happy with you marrying my daughter and becoming part of this family. If you ever need anything, I want you to contact me. It can be anything at all. Maybe you want to chat, or maybe you want to ask me a favor. I don't mind, and I especially don't mind if you have children one day and you need someone to look after them. Well, thanks, Chris. That goes a long way. I know having kids is going to be difficult. I'm not going into this with rose-tinted glasses. I know it's going to have its challenges. We're going to need all the support we can get if we ever have kids. Don't you worry about that, Phil. You're going to be in safe hands. You will always have my wife and I backing you. Especially if you produce a little girl. Oh, really now? Why is that? No reason in particular. Let's just say that my wife and I are very used to raising girls. It'd be much easier for us to look after if it's a girl. Okay, well, let's see whether the dice rolls then. Who knows? Maybe it is a girl. We'll just have to wait and see. Hey, Phil. How's our little angel Lily doing? I hope you've been doing the right thing and being a good father. It's been so long since we visited there, I'm starting to worry if you guys are actually doing the right thing. You're not trying to hide anything from me, are you? Hey, Chris. It's really nice to hear from you. Thanks for checking in. As for Lily, she's doing amazing. I can't believe how much she's growing up. I mean, I swear it was only yesterday since she was born. She's already 3 years old now. She grows up so fast. Yeah, well, what can I say? That's the type of genes we have in this family. I mean, both my wife and my side have always been like we're very fast learners. Especially when it comes to our physical growth. We have to be that to be the best of the best ballet dancers, right? You're not wrong about that. I mean, Lily definitely has a lot of energy. She can be really hard to handle. I swear I'm not really sure what she's gonna do from this point on if she grows even bigger. Especially when she finally knows how to run around the place and play games. I don't think I'm ever gonna catch a break from it. Well, looks like you're experiencing one of the pleasures, but also one of the pains of being a parent. It's a double-edged sword, that one is. So how are you handling everything? How's it being a father? Well, it definitely has its perks. I mean, I love doing this. I love every moment I get with Lily, even the moments when it's not going well, even when she's doing things that I don't exactly approve of. It's all a learning process, and I'm really enjoying it. I had an idea of what parenting would be before I started this, but now that I'm actually in it, I can see it's a lot more fun and a lot more challenging than I originally thought. Yep. Sounds like you're experiencing the exact same thing I did when I had Michaela. You know, she was my first child. I had to learn everything about being a parent from her. It was a really tough time for me, but I'm so glad for it in the end. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Michaela isn't exactly an only child, is she? You had another one, didn't you? I sure did. A child from long ago. Someone who didn't turn out the way I thought they would. Much like Michaela, but even worse. But anyway, let's not get onto that. Let's talk about you and Lily. You know, you guys never see us. I'm getting pretty lonely. It's important to let your grandparents see their grandchild, you know? I know. I get it. In all honesty, I wish I could come there. At this point, I'm starting to think that maybe even Michaela or I should just quit our jobs and focus on parenting a lot more. But then again, we do have a daughter to raise. We're trying to get the money to put her through some good education. It's something that her and I need to talk about. We need to talk about what's the best action that we should take to produce the best future for Lily. We're kind of at a crossroads at the moment. I see. So what you're trying to tell me is that the reason why you aren't coming over is because you guys are too busy. Right. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love being in your company. You and your wife always give me a great welcoming, especially now that we have Lily. The only thing is, I just don't have the time to come over there. What little time I do get away from work is spent resting and looking after Lily, creating the memories that she needs to have a brighter future. I know you're very lonely with your wife not being able to see us. but I hope you can understand the situation that we're in. Oh, I understand what's going on perfectly, Phil. And in all honesty, I thought you were a lot smarter than that. Oh? What is that supposed to mean? Come on! There's a way that we can hit two birds with one stone, right? You need to take the edge off a little bit, and we want to see our grandchild. You're trying to tell me that there's no way that we can make this a reality? I'm not really sure what you're getting at. I'm getting at babysitting, of course. Like, come on, we're family, aren't we? That's what we're here for. We're meant to be here to help you raise that child. You don't have to do it all on your own. Do you even realize how unhealthy that is? You and Michaela are gonna be losing hair by the end of it all. Come on, Chris, you and I both know that I can't do that. That would be totally inappropriate of me. What are you talking about right now? Why would it be inappropriate? It's the exact thing you should be doing. What do you have against this idea? Do you have an issue with the way that my wife and I take care of children or something? No, that's got nothing to do with it at all. I think you guys are great with children. I mean, face it, you guys got experience. And you know what? Not only that, but take a look at Lily whenever she's with you guys. She absolutely loves being with you. I mean, you know, there are times when we've got Lily here and she's crying about something and she needs to be soothed. Usually, I'm the one that comes to the rescue. I'm the one that goes to calm her down, rock her in my arms and whatnot. I'm pretty much the only one that can do it here. You would think that Michaela, being the mother and whatnot, would be able to do something like that as well, but the baby just has this weird resistance to her. Not with you guys, though. You guys are the only exception apart from myself. You two are able to calm Lily down in an instant. She feels really close with you guys. Yeah, well, what can I say? That's experience talking right there. Anyway, if you think that we're that good with Lily, then why don't you just let her come over? I don't see the big issue here. Well, I just don't want to intrude on your wife and yours lifestyle. I mean, you guys are running that school, right? You guys are already up to your neck in things that you have to do. There's no way I could have more stress. On top of that, you're already doing something that's incredibly amazing and worthy of your time. I don't want to bother you with something as insignificant as babysitting. Well, come on now, Phil. I am starting to lose respect for you. What happened to that guy that used to talk about family? There's no way he would be saying something like this. What's that supposed to mean? Well, look, we have that school and everything, but at the end of the day, the happiness of our family is the main thing. Making sure you and Michaela are living your life in a cozy manner is way more important than whatever we're doing at this school. Are you serious right now? By the way your wife and yourself talked about that school, it's like you stake your lifeblood on it. That it's the most important thing to you in the world. Like, think about it. You guys are producing world-renowned ballet dancers, right? You'd have to say that's pretty important, wouldn't you? Of course, of course. Our mission is quite grand, and we're upholding a legacy. But that doesn't mean that we're not gonna take care of our little granddaughter. She's very important to us, you know. Just as important as ballet. Wow, I'm really happy to hear that. It's good having people invested in our child's future and not just us two. Well, I guess if that's the case, then do you mind if I get you to babysit her in the near future? Of course, anytime. We'll even cancel the classes we have at ballet to look after her. You just send me the message and I'll come over there to look after her. Wow, thanks for that, Chris. You have no idea how much this means to me. You're gonna be taking a lot off our plate. Michaela and I are already so stressed out about things. I'm not really sure about my schedule yet, but I think I'm going to ask you to come over this weekend if that's alright. I'll let you know when the date draws nearer. I'm really glad to have you as my father-in-law. As am I, son. Thank you for giving me such a beautiful and active granddaughter for me to nurture. Hey, Chris. I want to say thanks again for looking after Lily today. It's been a long time since I've had the whole day to myself to just relax. I've really taken advantage of it. I mean, I've gone out for a meal, I've been to the sauna, and I've even taken a walk through the park. It's really nice to just do the simple things in life. Every now and then I forget how enjoyable this can be. Michaela is doing something similar as well. She's off enjoying herself. I'm pretty sure she appreciates it as much as I do. I just came home and noticed that you guys aren't here. I've been trying to call you to get an understanding of where you're at. Did you take Lily to the shops or something? Maybe you guys went to a park. Anyway, I'm just a little bit worried about what's going on, so do you mind letting me know where you guys are at right now? It would really put my mind at ease. Anyway, thanks again. I hope I can see you soon. Michaela! Michaela, I need you to respond to me right now. I know you've been ignoring my calls. I need to know what's going on. Do you realize what your dad has done? I think something happened to him. I can't get through to him at all, and he's not responding to my messages. He's got our child. Michaela, he's got Lily. Who knows what could have happened to them? Maybe they were in a car crash or something. Something could have happened to them and we have to find out. Can you do what you can to get through to him?
It's over, Phil. Lily is gone now.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? What do you mean Lily is gone? She's with your dad, right? Where are they right now?
They're with me. We're at my parents' house right now. Lily is here too. You don't have to worry. She's not in any danger. Lily is in safe arms now.
Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you for finally telling me what's going on. I mean, do you realize how much I've been worrying? I've been up all night. This is my little girl that we're talking about. I care about her more than anything else in the world. How could you scare me like that? Don't you think it would be considerate to tell me what was going on? This is my daughter. Anyway, if that's the case, that just means that you guys are spending the night there, are you? I'm assuming you guys are gonna come back tomorrow or something. That's fine. Thank you for letting me know.
That's not going to be happening at all. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm so sorry. You're a good guy, and I wish this didn't have to happen to you. You really don't deserve this.
I don't deserve what? Are you trying to tell me that something else is going on here? Come on, Michaela. Enough with all the cryptic talk. Just be straight up with me. What's going on?
This is going to be hard to break to you. I know I had to tell you at some point, but I just didn't have the courage to do it. I've been such a coward this whole time. I've been so afraid to tell you. The truth of this marriage. The truth of us having a child.
You're really starting to creep me out right now, Michaela. What's going on here? I feel like you're telling me that my child is going to be put up for some sort of sacrifice or something. Can you stop putting me on pins and needles? Like, be honest with me right now. You're not joking, right? This isn't some sort of prank or something. You're absolutely serious?
I am. Everything I'm talking about is serious. You're never gonna see Lily again. I'm never gonna see Lily again. This is probably gonna be my last time with her.
What the hell? Why would that be the case? That's our child right there. You're actually going to sacrifice our child or something, aren't you?
Why would you say something like that?
I can't believe this. You're part of one of those weird cults that use children. This is crazy. I'm calling the police.
No, wait, hold on. You're misunderstanding me. That's not what's going on at all. I'm not gonna sacrifice our daughter. That's so stupid. Don't you ever accuse me of something like that again.
Okay, well, what else am I meant to think? You're not exactly being clear with me, Michaela. You're not telling me what's going on. Of course I'm gonna jump to that type of conclusion.
You're right. I better just get straight to the point. The fact of the matter is that my parents and I didn't just wake up one day and decide to get along with each other again. It wasn't like time passed and we could finally forgive each other. Us being reunited again came at a cost. We had to make a deal.
You had to make a deal? What type of deal are we talking about here?
The fact of the matter is that I broke tradition. I was the eldest daughter in our family, and I was meant to take over the ballet school. Or I was at least meant to be the one teaching there. To lead it and to be the next one that produces a daughter that would eventually take over the ballet school, too. As you already know, I had a bunch of things that happened in my life that drove me away from that dream. Even if I tried to force myself to do it, I would never be able to do it. So I had no choice but to quit. But think about it. What's going to happen to that school if it doesn't have a successor? What's going to happen if it doesn't have me? My parents came to me with a deal at that point. They gave me an opportunity to be back with my family again.
What do you mean by that? What type of deal are we talking about here?
Well, the fact of the matter is that I'm not the one that's going to be taking over that school. I mean, sure, my parents are going to accept me as family and treat me as their daughter, but it has to be on the condition that I offer them a replacement. I offer them someone that can take over that school. And as it happens, that someone has finally appeared.
Okay. And you're trying to tell me that the person that's going to take over the school is Lily, aren't you? This little 3-year-old baby? How could you guys plan something like that? She's a child.
Well, obviously she can't do it now, but think about it. If she's under the tutelage of my parents, she'll be able to take over the school in no time. My parents have spent a lot of time with her. They've noticed a couple of things about her personality and the way she behaves. Apparently, she's got a lot more energy than I did. She's a lot more active than I was. Not only that, but her physical growth is exceedingly higher than mine. They think that she's going to be an even bigger prodigy than I ever could have been. They see a lot of potential in her. They think that someone with this amount of potential is wasted growing up in our household. They think it's better if they were the ones to nurture her for the rest of her life.
So what? What are you trying to tell me right now? That they're gonna act like they're Lily's parents? That they're gonna make every decision for her? Is that really the future you want for our child? Are you actually okay with that?
I don't really have a choice. It's the deal I made with them.
Screw the stupid deal that you made with them. I cannot believe I'm talking to you over text about something as important as the destiny of our child. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me that you're actually okay with this. Just what type of mother are you in the first place to treat your child like she's some sort of commodity? Like she's an item that you can just trade to your parents? You should be ashamed of yourself, Michaela. Honestly, any respect that I had for you up until this point is gone.
I know you hate me, Phil. I know you're not going to agree with my decision, but you have to realize that I didn't have a choice. This is the only way that I could have been accepted into my family. And think about it. What's going to happen to the school if I'm not there? What's going to happen to the school if Lily is not there to take it over? It's just going to crumble. You said so yourself, right? That's hundreds of years of tradition. Hundreds of years of creating the best ballerinas there are. Do you really want something as amazing as that to just crumble before your eyes? I mean, sure, I realize that ballet isn't for me, but I care about this tradition that my family has created. It's a beautiful thing that doesn't exist anywhere else.
To hell with your damn tradition! You said so yourself, didn't you? Your parents basically indoctrinated you into that type of thing. They made you think that your whole life was ballet and you were destined for nothing else. You wanted to escape it. You wanted to explore the world and see what was actually out there. You yourself know that the school and what they're teaching is absolutely corrupt and borders along the lines of abuse. And now what are you telling me? You're telling me that you're actually going to put your own daughter through the same thing. Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Michaela?
I'm just doing what I believe I have to do. I don't have a choice in the matter.
That's a half-baked excuse and you know it. You and I used to talk about the type of future we wanted for our daughter. That we would give her every opportunity that she could. Let her experience anything that the world had to offer her. And from that point on, she would choose her dream on her own, and we'd be the ones to support it. You and I talked about this at length. I thought you were on the same page as me. Are you trying to tell me that was all a lie?
Look, I don't know what to tell you, Phil. It is what it is.
Your attitude is beginning to stink and irritate me. What is that even supposed to mean? It is what it is. You're just gonna take this one lying on your back, aren't you? You're just giving in to your parents' demands. That's not the woman that I thought you were. I thought you were a lot stronger than that.
Like I said, this really isn't up to you. This is the deal that I made with my parents. Someone has to take over that school. It can only be Lily.
Well, that's not true, is it? How could it only be Lily? You had a sister, didn't you? You had someone that could take over that school. What was it you were telling me about her? That she was doing ballet up until she was 15 or something? And then she left home, just like you did.
Yeah, okay, look, I do have a sister and she left home. But think about it. She's never come back. No one knows what happened to her. We don't know where she is, and we don't even know if she's doing ballet. She's probably paved her own path, much like I did.
Oh, really now? Well, I'm gonna tell you. If that's not evidence enough of how stupid this little tradition of yours is now, I don't know what is. I'm not gonna sit here and accept this, Michaela. I'm taking my daughter back no matter what.
Come on, Phil, just accept things the way they are. Don't do anything brash. Don't do something stupid that you're gonna regret.
What the hell are you talking about? Something that I regret? Get out of here. You can go screw yourself, Michaela. I don't want you talking to me until I have my daughter in my arms. You guys think you're so funny, don't you? This is all just a big joke to you? Do you actually think you're gonna get away with this crap, Chris? You understand what you're doing right now, right? You're kidnapping this child. Whoa, settle down there, Phil. The way you're talking isn't like you. Don't you realize you're talking to your father-in-law right now? You should watch the way you speak to me. You should have some level of respect. To hell with respect. Where the hell is my daughter? What's gotten into you? You're like a totally different person right now. All I'm doing is looking after your little Lily. That's what we agreed on, right? You wanted me to look after her, and that's exactly what I'm doing. You're like a totally different person right now, Phil. I'm quite astounded to see this. You know damn well that's not what I meant. You know I just wanted you to look after her for the day and not for the rest of her life. And you know what? Pardon me if I'm a little bit aggressive. I'm sure you being a father yourself, you'd understand if someone just stole your child away. You would feel the same way I do. Well, you have a point there. When my kids were as young as your little Lily is, I would have gone to the ends of the earth just to take them back from whoever took them. But at the same time, you need to look at the bigger picture here, son. You need to realize that this isn't just about you. This is about a tradition. A school that has been operating for centuries. A school that wasn't built in one day. A school that took years and years to be built. This is a school where even when one brick is missing, the whole building is going to collapse. That's something you need to understand. You need to see how essential Lily is. What are you talking about right now? Do you even realize how crazy you sound? What you have is a cult. You don't have a school. You're trying to indoctrinate your own family into this stupid thing. Take a look at your two daughters. Both of them ran away. One of them hasn't even come back since. That should be a testimony to how corrupt that little school of yours is. Well, I'm not going to deny that over the generations, there were probably a couple of bad apples. I mean, let's face it. We're leaving this all up to chance, right? When the baby comes out, you never really know what type of characteristics it's going to have. What little quirks it might have that would detach it away from the programming. You cretin. Programming. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that my wife and I are just going to sit here and give up. We're going to do whatever it takes to make sure this school and its legacy continue to live on. We tried to beat that idea into our two daughters. Neither of them understood the importance of this school to the extent that they should have. But this time, with Lily, it's going to be different. Take a look at the qualities of this little girl. Not only is she incredibly physically gifted, but she's also an incredibly fast learner. She's going to become a ballerina that surpasses all the ballerinas that have come before her. She's going to exceed her mother by miles. And you know what? That's all dependent on how much you want to put up a fight. If you keep distracting us with your ideas of righteousness and having her be with you, then her fulfilling her destiny is going to be that much harder. To hell with your ideas of destiny and legacy. She's just a little girl. She's only 3 years old and you're gonna predict her future like that? I mean, sure, I'm not gonna lie that she has some amazing qualities for a girl her age, but to immediately decide that she's gonna be a ballerina is just ridiculous. What are you gonna do if she actually realizes that's not what she wants to be? What are you gonna do when she makes a decision like your daughters have? Are you seriously gonna repeat the same mistake for a third time? Of course not. Our mistake with Michaela was a grave one and one we weren't prepared for. It's never happened. We don't have many records of this type of thing happening in our family. It was the first time and we didn't know how to cope with it. We had to act fast with our other daughter, but unfortunately she left as soon as Michaela did and we haven't heard from her since. But don't you dare think we're gonna make a mistake with this little Lily. We're gonna do what it takes to make this right. We've had the mistakes to learn from our experiences and we won't be repeating them again. Okay, and how is this gonna be any different from the last 2 times? How can you guarantee that you're gonna turn Lily into a top-notch ballerina? It's quite simple. We had to beat the idea into our daughters, but the fact of the matter is that we didn't beat it into them hard enough. It's gonna take a lot more discipline and a lot more training and a lot less contact with the outside world. It's the only way that we're gonna be able to carry on the legacy that my wife's family has carried on for centuries. What a load of crap. Listen to the nonsense I'm hearing right now. You seriously need to get a reality check. Chris, you need to get out there and actually experience the world. You have no idea how humans feel and think. You've bought into your wife's cult, and you can't look at Lily as a human being. You just look at her as an item. Your way of learning from your past mistakes is not to change your method, but to actually try your method harder. You just think beating the idea daily of being a ballerina is gonna turn her into that? Like hell, that's gonna happen. You're delusional. I have to say, Phil, I don't really appreciate the way you're talking right now. I mean, up until this point, I thought you were a very reasonable individual. I thought you would understand perfectly how important this type of thing is. I mean, I remember you expressing explicitly that you found the idea of us having a school, a teaching that lasted centuries, as something that was very cool and that should be protected. Now you're actually sitting here and telling me it's stupid. Well, when I can see the way that you implement it and the way that you treat your own children, of course I'm gonna think that way. And you know what? If you lost respect for me, Chris, I've lost it 100 times more for you. To think that all of those nice pleasantries, all that talk of me being the perfect husband for your little girl, Michaela, it was only because I had intentions of having as many kids as possible, right? The chances of me having a daughter were higher. The moment that happened, you'd be able to continue this stupid tradition of yours. Come on, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm delusional or something. That's exactly the case, isn't it? I've got no words to say to you. I'm only doing what's best for Lily and the school. In what ways is this the best for Lily? All I can see is you and your wife being selfish. You guys just want to continue this stupid tradition of yours at the cost of this little girl's life. You don't even want to consider that you might want to do something else with it. Okay then, Phil. Let's entertain the type of life that you're actually promising this girl. You want her to do the same thing that my daughter Michaela did, don't you? Let's take a look at what you're suggesting here. You just want to throw her out there into the world and just pray that she finds some place where she can find some respect and some success. That she's just going to somehow achieve those 2 things. What you're doing right now is just relying on chance. Just random luck that she might actually make it out there. Now think about what I'm offering. Think about what this school offers for her. With the right training and the right mindset, we're offering her a chance at glory. We're offering her a chance at being part of a fantastic lineage of people that have succeeded in their life. We're talking about her gaining a skill that she can be confident in, that she can take pride in. What do you have against that? Why do you see that as such a bad thing? I see it as such a bad thing because this little girl's not able to live her own dreams. She's subjected to what you and your wife want. That's not a happy life right there. Even to this day, I know Michaela is miserable. Sure, she had a chance to get out there into the real world, but it was too late. She didn't have the opportunities that she wanted to. Even after us getting married, she still felt a little part of herself was missing out, like she was traumatized by her past. What the hell is that meant to mean? What are you talking about? Trauma? Well, think about it. Think about the amount of criticism you gave that girl. You completely destroyed her spirit. I mean, I'll be honest. I think when Michaela was born, there was a really beautiful child right there. She was probably brimming with confidence and had a lot of natural-born qualities that she could be proud of. Maybe she would even become a natural ballerina without even needing all the criticism and discipline that you showered her with. It was completely unnecessary. But what did you do? You destroyed her fire. You destroyed her spirit. Now she walks around in life knowing that no matter how much she succeeds, no matter how amazing she is, at the back of her mind, there's a voice telling her that she's not. There's a voice telling her that she's insufficient. And guess what? That little voice that you guys programmed into her, you actually intend to program it into my little girl Lily. How can you not see that as the most despicable thing in the world? How can you not see how evil you are? You just don't understand anything, do you? You just don't get it. Do you think that just because our daughters were failures that our program doesn't work? That our philosophy is wrong? Come on. We've had whole generations of successes. Successes over centuries. Take a look at my wife. Did you see her complaining about how her life ended up? Of course not. She got with the program and realized how happy she was with it. That's all we have to do. That's all Michaela had to do. That's all her sister had to do. And that's all Lily has to do. She doesn't need her ignorant father trying to jeopardize her life. You old crone. You're gonna pay for this someday. Chris, you're gonna pay for this in more ways than one. We'll see about that, won't we? I'm assuming that you went to our house, right? There's no way that you're gonna find us. This girl is ours. You're just gonna have to sit there and deal with it. Are you really sure now? Is that how you think this is gonna turn out? You're in for a rude awakening if you're thinking that's gonna be the case. Hold on a second. What the hell is going on right now? What's up with those flashing lights outside? What's all the noise? What is this? Is that the police? Look at how many there are! This is insane. Did you do this? I certainly did. Do you really think I wouldn't be able to find out where you were? Chris, did you honestly think that I'd just let you kidnap my daughter? You realize that's against the law, don't you? You weren't gonna get away with this for long. I don't understand why. How could you know that we were here? That girl, she ratted us out, didn't she? Michaela! I should have known that she didn't really care about this dream of ours. Oh no, don't you worry about that. Your daughter's loyalty to you is as hard as stone. I couldn't break her in the least. I was surprised when I barged into your home and she was the only one there. Apparently you guys left her there to take care of the home and told me that I'd never be able to find you guys. I sat there arguing with her for a while, but I realized that there's no point in doing that. There's no way that she was gonna break, so at that point I just had to use my head a little bit. And it turns out that my thinking was right. You guys would have taken refuge at the ballet school that you teach at. So that's how you figured it out. But then again, we've never introduced you to the school. How did you know where we were? Come on, look at all the articles and items you have around your own house. The school's name is everywhere. It's so easy to figure out that type of thing when you're that arrogant about your own school. So, that's it now, Chris. You did your best at trying to kidnap my daughter and indoctrinate her into your stupid religion. Now I'm gonna get her back. I'm gonna get her back and you're gonna be going to jail. What the hell? You did not say what I think you just did. Did you actually just say jail? That's right. But this is impossible. You can't do that. We're the only ones that can teach at the school. We're the only ones to keep it operational. You can't do it. My daughter's not gonna do it, and I don't have my other one. What's gonna happen to it? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Who knows what's gonna happen? If you ask me, that school getting burnt to the ground is the best thing for society. It'll save another child from your torment. You imbecile! Don't you realize what you've done? Don't you realize the consequences of your actions? You've just destroyed a tradition that's lasted generations. How dare you? How dare you have the nerve to do that? Oh no. Here come the police. They're barging through the door. They're coming for me and my wife. They're gonna take Lily from us. They can't do this. They just can't!
How could you? How could you do that to my own parents? I can't believe you! I can't believe how much of a jerk you have been. Is this the guy that I married? Is this really the man that you are? I never thought you would be this malicious. I never thought you would be this evil.
Don't talk to me about being evil, Michaela. I've had enough of that type of crap. If you want to talk about evil, point your finger towards your own parents. They're the ones that embody the idea of evil. Don't sit there and try and act like I'm the bad person here.
Well, look, I'm not trying to say that you're bad. I'm just trying to say that what you did was wrong. I mean, think about it. Look at how old they are. They're never going to survive in a place like that. It's just so cruel. And not only that, but think about the legacy. Think about the school. Something that's lasted for that long. A school that has produced the best ballerinas the world has ever seen, and you're just gonna let it crumble to ash? How could you be ready to do something like that?
If you ask me, that school should have been obliterated ages ago. I cannot believe I actually thought that place was cool. I mean, sure, the idea of having a family that runs it for century after century is amazing. But the fact that they would actually force their children to take it over, even if it was against their wishes, is just something I can't agree with. And I can't believe that you would actually force our daughter into it too.
So that's it then, is it? You're just gonna send my parents off to prison and you're not gonna have any regrets about it at all. You just expect me, Lily, and yourself to just go on and live our lives happily ever after this?
What are you talking about? That's not what I expect at all. That's not how I'm gonna let this go.
What do you mean by that? Are you gonna let my parents get out of prison? So you're gonna drop the charges?
Of course not. Take a look at all the vile things that they said in those messages. I've got a lot of proof to show how corrupt they are. I'm pressing charges against them for sure.
Well, if that's the case, what is it then? What do you plan to do from this point on?
I plan to live my life with just Lily and me. I don't need you in it.
I'm sorry? What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Michaela, but you've just shown me that you don't really care about this little girl's life at all. I mean, you were actually willing to sell her off to your parents like she was nothing. You didn't even put up a fight against it this whole time. You could have told me. You could have told me that you made this deal with your parents, that at one point there was a chance that I would lose my child to them. But you didn't do it at all. You just kept silent, mulling about it, knowing that in the back of your mind. There was a day where you were gonna lose your daughter, and there was a day that I was going to just have to live with that consequence. I'm sorry, but I can't stay married to someone like that. You're just gonna have to accept the way things are now.
What the hell? No, I'm not. Don't you dare say something like that to me. You're actually trying to insinuate that you're gonna take my daughter, right? Do you really think I'm just gonna let that happen?
You've got no choice. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, right. Don't you forget that I'm the mother in this relationship. Think about what happens when this comes to court. They're gonna give me parental rights over that child, and you know it. Do you really want to fight this battle with me?
Don't worry. I'm very happy to go down that route if that's the way you want to do it, Michaela. But I'm telling you right now, I'd advise against it. I've got a lot of evidence against you and your family. I've got a lot of messages showing that you aren't fit to be the mother of this child and that I'm the best candidate for it. It's not going to work well for you.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm gonna put every little penny I have into a good lawyer. I'm gonna make sure I win that trial. There's no way I'm gonna let you just run off with my child after destroying my family's legacy. You hear me? You're not gonna get away with this!
Things ended up exactly as expected from that point on. Chris and his wife ended up going to prison, their reputation absolutely stained. The tale of what happened to them and their school was quite a big one. I mean, having one of the biggest ballet schools in the whole world shut down because of a reason like that was bound to shock people, even those who weren't interested in ballet to begin with. The fact that this long line of successes was based on a family that was forcing their children to commit to ballet, even if it was against their wishes, was mind-blowing. Those two went to prison without any hope of regaining their reputation back. It's sad to say, but that ballet school was not going to exist again. A bit of time passed and suddenly, new news popped up. It turns out that there was a new school that was incredibly similar to the one that Chris and his wife were managing. That daughter who ran away from home so long ago decided to create a new school and work hard to make it as big as the one her parents were running. It seemed that she had a difference of opinion in terms of their teaching style and how strict they were. She wanted to treat ballet for what it is, an art that can be enjoyed and an art that requires more creativity than skill and perfection. Because of that, her school is able to bring in a lot more people, which means a lot more money. Her parents are watching their daughter on the side, clenching their fists, knowing how much she betrayed them. It's because of her parents' downfall that her school has garnered so much attention. I was able to meet Michaela's sister and asked her to train Lily when the time was right. I knew she could train her to be a good ballerina that is free to choose whatever she wants in life. If she wanted to do ballet as a hobby, that was fine. If she wanted to quit, that was also fine. I knew that this girl would be the best one to train Lily in a healthy manner. Michaela, on the other hand, was spurred on by revenge, and in the end, she lost her trial and couldn't get the parental guardianship over Lily. She had to cope with the fact that I took her child away. She had to cope with the fact that her sister created a school exceeding their parents' one. Michaela decided that she would do whatever she could to reinvigorate her parents' school and keep it alive. Unfortunately, she found out once again that she didn't have as much passion for ballet as she once did, and quickly stopped. She's now working in the office all alone and not talking to anyone. If she ever gives me an apology for what happened, I might consider being together again. But until then, I'm going to enjoy raising my daughter without her.
Hey, Jenny! Are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm about to leave, so if you could please feed Mia, that would be great. Lately, she has been really into caviar on toast with a side of some kind of sparkling soda. So if you have any of that, it would also be great.
Regina, do we really have to go through this whole thing again? I have told you that I'm sick with a serious fever and I need to rest in bed.
Oh, come on! Graham is away on a business trip and I just want to get out of the house to have a little fun.
I understand. But you seem to think that I run some kind of free daycare and cafeteria out of my house, which I don't.
Are you really telling me that you don't want to get to spend more time with your niece? What do you think she would say if she knew that?
That isn't the issue. I love getting to spend time with Mia, in fact.
Well, perfect! Then I guess there really isn't any issue left to talk about, is there?
Yes, there very much is. Whenever she comes over, you always give me very specific things that I can and can't feed her. I am not a restaurant, and I don't like being given these strict guidelines to follow when I'm the one doing you a favor.
You know, for a woman who just lives off of her husband, you sure seem to think that you have a lot of say in what goes on around here.
What are you talking about? I'm just asking you to find somewhere else to watch your daughter now and then. Is that really so wrong?
I think you're forgetting that I am your husband's sister, and that means that what I say takes precedence over what you say. Got it?
Well, if you want me to watch Mia, can you at least bring her over after she's had something to eat?
Well, I don't see what the point of sending her over to you would be if I did that.
So that is what you've been after this whole time, then?
I don't have the time for this. fact of the matter is that I have plans and you don't, so you're going to watch Mia for me.
You do realize that I have the flu, right? Do you really want to risk me giving it to her?
Oh, please. She's a kid. Do you really think that you're carrying more germs than she is right now? Besides, if she does get sick, it'll just give her immunity.
This is a 5-year-old girl that we are talking about. You should not be putting her in harm's way of diseases like this.
She is a 5-year-old girl who is my daughter, and she will do whatever I tell her to do. Got it?
Look, the bottom line is that I can't watch her today.
Man, you can be so useless sometimes. Isn't there anything you have in the freezer or something like that?
Can you please not talk to me like that? There are things in the freezer, but some things Mia can take and some things she can't, and I'm not in the mood to explain it all right now.
So basically, you're telling me that there is plenty for her to eat over there if I drop her off?
There are things in the fridge like ingredients that when combined and cooked would make something to eat for Mia. Yes.
Ugh. Why are you just impossible to deal with sometimes? Why do you always have to act like this?
Well, Dylan doesn't really have any problems with me the way I am, and that is good enough for me.
Oh man. Now you're going to make me late for my trip. I have to think of some way that I can get you to watch Mia.
I think I've already made it pretty clear to you that I would prefer you to not do that if it's all right.
I got it! I'll send Mia over as your nurse and she can take care of you.
Yeah, I'm really fine, thanks. I don't want her to do that.
Oh, please. There is no need to be modest. You're her aunt, after all. She should learn how to take care of family. Maybe she can even cook for you.
I don't really feel like eating, actually. I've pretty much just been having oatmeal and other really bland foods.
Oh, come on! Now you're just being ridiculous. We're a family, and family looks out for one another. That's why I'll make sure to tell Mia to take extra special care of you.
Please, Regina. I seriously don't want to deal with this. Can you just please knock it off? What is the matter with your daughter? Do you have any idea just how badly that burned? I think I might actually need to go get treated for these.
Oh no. I am so sorry that Mia accidentally spilled all that hot water on you.
Do you really think this is something that's going to be resolved with a mere sorry? I just walked through the emergency room doors.
Well, you can't really blame Mia. She just thought that you needed some heating up is all.
Do you really think that I'm going to buy that at all?
Oh, come on. Besides, it's not me that you should be getting mad at. Go yell at Mia instead.
So you're telling me that it was Mia who thought all by herself to boil a kettle of water, pour it in a cup, walk up 2 flights of stairs with it, and then throw it on me?
Well, you know kids. They can be so unpredictable. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, fine then. And just what were you doing in the house while all of this was happening?
Me? Well, I was just sitting in the living room watching some TV is all.
So you didn't feel any need to keep an eye on your daughter as she used the stove?
Of course not. Mia is a big girl and knows how these things work. She didn't need any of my help to figure it out.
Okay. But what about when I heard you outside my bedroom door moments before Mia came in? I heard you tell her that the water would warm me up and make me feel better.
Are you sure you heard me say that? Maybe it's just your fever making you hear things, don't you think? Anyways, she's just a kid, so there's no point being upset over things she's done.
Some of the water got on my face and burned it bright red. What are you going to do if any scarring is left, huh?
Oh, please, it'll be fine. I mean, you're already married, so it isn't like you'll have to worry about finding another husband or anything like that.
You know, most parents would apologize when their child does something that hurt others.
Well, I guess I'm not like other parents. I want Mia to learn about what it means to own up to the things she does. I don't think it would help teach a good lesson if I went around apologizing for her.
And this is really how you've been raising your child to act then?
Oh, like you even know anything about what it's like to be a parent. I don't need to take this from you. So you don't even feel remotely upset that your child threw scalding hot water on me. That doesn't bother you at all?
Why would it bother me? I already told you that I didn't have anything to do with it.
Don't tell me that this is all because there wasn't any food ready for me to eat in the fridge when you got here.
What? Of course not. How could you even say that? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
I already told you that I've been lying in bed sick, so there were only a few ingredients in the fridge.
So is that why it looked so bare when I opened it?
That's right. And I don't believe that you weren't even thinking about the food, since you said yourself that that's half the reason you leave Mia with us.
Hey, I really don't appreciate the way that you're talking to me right now. Honestly, just who do you think you are?
I think that I'm your sister-in-law, and that you seem to have some kind of weird grudge against me.
Ugh, you really are so annoying sometimes. I mean, what do you even want me to say to that, huh?
Well, how is Mia? Is she all right? I screamed pretty loud, but I really hope that I didn't scare her.
Man, that was so funny. You screamed so loud. You should have seen the look on Mia's face.
Well, you lied to her. She thought that she was doing something to help me when in fact she was doing the exact opposite. Just please tell her not to do anything like that to anyone ever again, okay? I don't care whose fault it really is, so long as it doesn't happen again.
Pfft, that's not my job. Mia should know by now what to do and not to do around other people. Maybe people should just be more careful.
I really don't even know how to respond to that. You know, you look so sweet and put together on the outside, but all of that just hides how rotten you are on the inside.
You are seriously crossing a line right now. Next time, it's going to be more than just hot water that you get thrown on you.
It sounds to me like you might have some control of that. Don't tell me that this is something you're going to do.
Of course not. I was just telling you what Mia was saying she was going to do with you.
Do you really expect me to believe that a 5-year-old girl would talk like that to someone?
You have totally ruined this day for me. Do you realize that? I was supposed to be halfway to my destination by now. But now I've got to take Mia out for dinner.
Oh no! You have to actually feed your daughter for once? That's just terrible. I hope you can survive that.
Hey, Jenny! What is going on here? Did you say something to Dylan?
Well, I only told him what happened yesterday. Is that what you're talking about?
He and my mom are blowing up my phone and leaving all kinds of angry messages with me.
It sounds to me like they are reacting pretty reasonably to what you did then. What's the problem here?
I didn't do anything is the problem here. It was all Mia. How can they blame me for something that she did?
Oh, right, that reminds me. I went to the police about this as well.
Hold on, what? Have you lost your mind? You called the police on a 5-year-old little girl?
Don't be stupid. Of course I called the cops and told them that it was all your fault.
What? How could you do that? I didn't even do anything, though.
Yes, you did. You told Mia what to do. You told her that the hot water would help me. You even gave her the mug of scalding water and told her to run into my room. What if Mia tripped and splashed the water all over herself, huh?
Don't go making up things that didn't happen. We are talking about the actual facts here.
Okay, then. I'll ask one more time. Was it Mia who boiled the kettle of water at the house?
Of course it was. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
I don't believe you. She couldn't have done that by herself.
And just where do you get off saying what my little girl can and can't do? She's really smart for her age. Of course she knows how to boil water.
Except for the fact that the kettle is a really old one that I got from my parents. The cap over the spout is practically rusted shut and you really need to force it open.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by that?
I mean just that. We always talk about how we need to buy another one. But we just have never gotten around to it.
Oh, right. Well then, the cap on the spout must have been left open. Yes, that's it. It was. I remember now.
Hold on a second. I thought that you said that Mia did it all by herself and that you weren't helping her.
Well, of course I wasn't. But I showed her the kitchen, and when I walked in there, I saw that the cap was open.
Well, that's really interesting. Because I could hear the whistle of the steam from the boiling water from my room. The kettle wouldn't have made that sound if someone had left the cap open. So which is it?
How am I supposed to know? I told you that I wasn't there, and your fever has been making you hear things. Why don't you go ask Mia?
Well, this whole thing just gets more and more suspicious, doesn't it?
What are you talking about? I already told you that I don't know anything about the water, so quit asking.
Well, it's just that now I'm thinking about how the kettle is on one of the upper shelves of our kitchen, and there is no way a child could have gotten to it.
Well, that's because someone had already left it sitting on the stove. Mia didn't need to climb up to get it, you see.
Oh, come on. Do you really think I leave the kettle on the stove when it's not being used?
Okay, fine then. I guess that Mia did get it for herself. There. Are you happy now?
But Mia is way too short to climb up on top of the counter. Did she use a ladder or something?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. How many more times are we going to have to do this?
Yeah, I am just really not buying it. And you should be ashamed of trying to pin this all on your daughter.
Okay, fine. It's just that I thought no one would ever suspect anything if a child did it. I was so close to getting away with it.
So the truth finally comes out then, does it?
Yes, but I'm so sorry. Please, you have to forget all about this, Jenny. I was just upset and wasn't thinking straight, and I just wanted to teach you a lesson. You weren't doing as I was asking, so I felt like I had no choice. You understand that, right?
So you think that just because you were a little upset that you can throw hot water at people?
Okay, see? That's another thing that I was upset about. You're always talking down to me like that and acting like you're always right about everything. It really ticks me off.
Do you think I'm talking down to you for asking you not to scald me with hot water?
Please, my head is spinning. Graham is going to want a divorce if he hears about this.
Well, he really had no idea about the truth of what was going on. He thought that you and I were just getting along so great, didn't he?
He did. And he doesn't need to know about any of this.
In fact, do you know the reason why your mom has been so hesitant to tell him anything about the friction that you and I have been having?
Because he wanted to respect my privacy and handle it just between the two of us?
Not even close. I never said anything because Graham is always going on about how much joy you and Mia bring to him.
Well, then you don't want to ruin things for him, right?
I didn't. That's why I've kept so quiet in the first place. I thought I could hold back from doing anything as long as it was just between you and I.
That's right! That's what I'm saying. So really, there's nothing to worry about, right?
But there is something to worry about. This isn't the first time you've done this, is it? You did the same thing to another mom whose kid goes to the same school as Mia. Right?
Wait, hold on. How did you find out about this? What is going on here?
Well, apparently Dylan heard about this from her husband when the whole family went to Mia's Christmas recital. All the guys in the back with cameras were talking, and her husband pointed you out. I really don't know how you convinced her not to come after you the way that I'm doing now.
She was just always such a nice woman. It was so easy to get her to do whatever I wanted.
Well, I'm afraid that I'm not like that at all. You've been using me for free babysitting and food without ever once asking if it was all right first.
It's up to me! I can do whatever I want and you can't do a thing about it.
Are you serious? Just look around. Does it look like anyone is okay with you doing this? You are already 30 years old. Are you really this stupid?
I don't need to take this from you. You don't even have children of your own. Can you even? Is it possible for you? I doubt it. You're a terrible wife.
Even if I did have a kid, Do you think it gives me free reign to just do whatever I want to other people?
But I just thought, if you thought it was Mia, that you would forgive her.
Yeah, I'm sure you did wish that it had gone like that. But I don't think the police are going to see things your way. Motherhood doesn't make you immune from the consequences of your actions.
But if I go, just think about Mia. What is going to happen to her?
Oh, I think that's already been settled. Your husband is going to come back from his business trip, pick up Mia, divorce you, and then that will be that.
You can't be serious about that, right? How am I supposed to live all on my own?
I guess you'll have to try your hand at a little thing called working, won't you? I mean, you'll have to find a job if you want to pay for the alimony and child support you'll have to cover for.
Wait, hold on. I'm the mom. I shouldn't have to pay for those things, right?
If you think that's all you'll have to pay for, you have got another thing coming.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Is that a threat?
In the end, the police caught Regina and charged her for the hot water incident. She was let off with a warning that she better not be back in court for anything in the next 3 years. Personally, I think she got off easy. During the divorce proceedings, however, Regina got so upset that she hit her husband's lawyer in the face and broke his nose. That landed her a nice sentence in jail. I was able to leave the hospital after being treated and thankfully have no scarring. I still love having Mia over and we still play often. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.